Welcome to the School of Thought. In this video, we will learn how to write a case study using the inner conflict resolution framework, also known as inner child work. This is not about getting it right. This is not about doing it perfectly. This is a practice of learning to observe your thoughts, seek guidance, understand your patterns, and gently return to truth. 1. The purpose of a case study is to practice observing our thoughts with curiosity and compassion with the support of our guide. Through this process, we begin to align distorted thought patterns and beliefs with divine truth. This will bring less suffering and more peace to every part of your life. Two, from reaction to awareness. Spiritual decluttering is the process of cleaning up chaotic thoughts and replacing old beliefs with new understanding rooted in universal truth. Many of our automatic reactions come from many layers of old or false beliefs. The key to change is discovering why we respond the way we do. These reasons often lie in early experiences and childhood decisions. This requires focused self-exploration, not avoidance. As awareness grows, we begin to recognize and stop repeating learned thought patterns that create negative outcomes in our lives. The result is freedom. We begin to think and choose consciously. You begin to respond with awareness instead of repetition. 3. The role of your guide. We each have a guide, a teaching angel, a divine messenger connecting us with the all. Nothing in your experience is overlooked by your guide. They notice your thoughts as clearly as spoken words. Your guide walks with you in every moment with unconditional love, patience, understanding, and never judgment. Your guide can help you find the root causes of your automatic reactions and understand your thought patterns. Guidance can come as thoughts, feelings, images, or realizations. Remember that guidance is available to everyone. Developing a relationship with your guide does not require perfection. It simply requires openness, curiosity, and practice. Learn to ask and allow space to listen. 4. Inner conflict resolution framework. We will walk through the 6 steps of the framework, also known as inner child work. Remember that you do not need to follow in this exact order, but make sure to include all the steps. As you move through each step, you are invited to work with your guide. Write your case study using these 6 steps. 1. Trigger, situation. This includes body sensations and emotions. 2. Thoughts and thought patterns. 3. Root cause, underlying belief. This includes the early event and child decision or vow. 4. Grieve the losses. 5. Forgiveness of self and others. 6. Achieve peace and repattern in divine truth. 5. Get centered and invite guidance. Before you begin writing a case study, remember to pause, get centered, and invite guidance. You can close your eyes, take a few gentle breaths, notice your body resting, and ask your guide for clarity and understanding. Remember that our guides respect free will, so ask for truth and not just what you already believe. Then you can bring to mind the situation you want to explore using the 6-step framework. If you can hear your thoughts, you can hear your guide. 6. Step 1, trigger and situation. Begin by identifying the moment that activated your reaction. This is the situation that brought up the emotional response, discomfort, or automatic knee-jerk behavior. Often these reactions come from layers of old beliefs that have been repeating for many years. Gently ask, what happened? What body sensations did I have? What emotion did I feel? What reaction did it trigger in me? Awareness is the first step toward freedom. When you write the trigger, you begin to interrupt the cycle that has been repeating unconsciously in your life. 7. Step 2. Thoughts and thought patterns. Write down all the thoughts that showed up in that moment. Do not censor them. The goal is to observe them, not to fix or judge them. Then begin identifying the thought patterns underneath those thoughts. Recognizing the thought patterns helps you see that your reaction may not be about the present moment. Often, it is connected to older beliefs that still influence how you interpret situations. Common patterns may include judgment, criticism, condemnation, guilt, fear of abandonment, control, blame, fear, distrust, etc. Noticing certain words repeating like should, must, or have to can be clues that judgment or control is active. 8. Step 3. Root cause and underlying belief. Pause and reflect before going deeper. Sit quietly with what you have already observed and gently ask yourself, when have I felt this way before? Does this feeling remind me of an earlier time in my life? What might my younger self have believed in that moment? Allow space. Do not force an answer. 9. Step 3. Root cause and underlying belief. Now invite support and ask your guide, can you help me see where this belief may have started? Be open to how the answer comes. It may come in a memory, a feeling, an image, a subtle knowing. Trust whatever arises. It does not need to be perfect or clear. 10. Step 3. Root cause and underlying belief. Recall the early or original event. Let yourself become aware of the moment where this belief may have formed. Remember, the event does not need to be big or traumatic for it to matter. What matters is how you interpreted it. As you observe, notice. Thoughts that arise. Body sensations and emotions connected to the memory. Stay in observation mode. No judgment, just awareness. 11. Step 3. Root cause and underlying belief. Identify the child decision or vow. Now gently ask, what did my younger self decide about themselves in that moment? Children often form unconscious beliefs/decisions based on how they interpret painful experiences. These are not logical decisions. They are protective interpretations such as, I am not worthy of love. Something is wrong with me. I must protect myself. I need to please others to be loved. I will never cry again. I am bad. 12. Step 3. Root cause and underlying belief. Understand the child with compassion. Your younger self did the best they could with limited understanding. You were trying to stay safe, loved, or accepted. Recognize that you were not fully responsible for what happened or how you interpreted it at that age. This is where compassion begins. If the underlying belief is not seen and changed, the pattern will continue to repeat. 13. Step 4. Grieve the losses the belief has caused. Once you see the belief more clearly, you are invited to feel the impact it has had. This is the grieving step. Consider what this pattern has cost you over time. Maybe it created anxiety, pressure, shame, disconnection, loss of self-trust, or years of self-criticism. You can ask your guide, help me understand what my inner child needed in that moment. What has this belief cost me? What losses do I need to grieve? What did my younger self need but not receive? Then allow crying, sadness, anger, disappointment, compassion, or grief to arise without judgment or resistance. Emotional release is not a mistake in the process. Releasing suppressed emotions are natural parts of the healing process. Unresolved emotional pain can create internal conflict and contribute to physical and mental dis-ease. 14. Step 5. Forgiveness of self and others. Without forgiveness, the mind tends to replay painful memories repeatedly. Forgiveness does not mean pretending nothing happened or approving of hurtful behavior. It means releasing blame and beginning to understand that the beliefs and coping strategies were formed from limited awareness. What do I need to forgive in myself? What do I need to forgive in others? You can practice compassion toward yourself and, when ready, toward others who also may not have understood what they were doing. I did not have the tools or understanding before. I was doing the best I could, and so were my caregivers. This step helps loosen the emotional charge that keeps the pattern repeating. 15. Step 6. Achieve peace and repattern in divine truth. This is the final step, where you choose truth instead of the old pattern. Notice the shift after understanding the belief and allowing yourself to feel the grief. You may begin to notice a sense of peace, emotional release, clarity, or lightness. This peace signals that the mind is no longer fully identified with the old pattern. 16. Step 6. Achieve peace and repattern in divine truth. Choose a truth-aligned belief. From this more peaceful place, gently ask, what is the truth about me in this situation? Allow a new belief to form, rooted in compassion and truth. I am worthy of love. I am safe to express myself. My feelings matter. I am allowed to be myself. My worth is not measured by performance. I am not defined by past events. I can respond rather than react. Choose one that feels supportive and true, not forced. 17. Step 6. Achieve peace and create a new response. Now bring this into action. Ask yourself, how would I respond next time from this truth? Write a new response. I will pause instead of reacting. I will observe my thoughts with awareness. I will ask for guidance. I will choose compassion instead of judgment. This turns awareness into practice. (18) Step 6. Achieve peace and understanding repatterning. Repatterning is replacing the old belief with a new, truth-aligned perspective. Each time you choose differently, the old pattern weakens and the new pathway strengthens. This is where agency develops. You are no longer reacting automatically. You are choosing consciously. Over time, clarity increases and freedom of thought is restored. 19. Common challenges. As you practice, you may notice moments of uncertainty. You may think, I don't know if I'm doing this right. I can't hear my guide. I can't find the root belief. This feels confusing. This is part of the process. You are learning something new. You may pause and ask, what is important for me to understand right now? Allow yourself to move through this with patience and self-compassion. Make sure to check out the Seeking Guidance section in Notion for more information. 20. Closing reminder. Awareness develops gradually. No one begins this work already able to see every thought pattern, and belief clearly. Learning to observe your inner world takes time, patience, and compassion. You are not alone on this journey. Remember that your guide walks with you at every moment, with unconditional love, with patience and understanding, and without judgment. You do not need to earn guidance. You are already worthy. You do not need to figure everything out on your own. Your guide can help you see what you cannot yet see. Recognize thought patterns more clearly. Uncover the root causes of your reactions. Understand the beliefs formed in earlier experiences, and gently guide you toward truth. Remember that guidance is often subtle, a calm thought, a new perspective, or a gentle insight. Ask one clear question, then allow space to listen. Ask for understanding and truth, not just confirmation. Writing your questions and insights can deepen awareness and strengthen discernment. Over time, with reflection and guidance, you will begin to recognize patterns, understand where they came from, and gently replace them with truth. Every observation is meaningful. Every case study, no matter how simple, is part of your growth in awareness. Each stage is valuable. Be patient and compassionate with yourself as you move through this process. Many of these patterns were formed years ago, often during childhood. Understanding them is not instant, it unfolds. Practice makes progress. Each time you move through this framework, you are gently clearing another layer of old beliefs and creating more space for clarity, peace, improved health, authentic choice, and deeper self-understanding. You are not behind. There is nothing to prove. Keep taking the next step.